Hello, everyone. This is Jim Okrasinski with your weekly screencast video and schedule. I hope everyone, as I say here in my announcement, had a restful spring break. I know we are faced with some challenging times, and for those of you who might be working either in the grocery industry or the medical field, EMTs, just thank you for all that you're doing. So now that we're coming back from spring break, we're going to make that run up into the home stretch of the semester. So before you know it, middle of May, I'll come along and we'll be moving on, hopefully, from more than just our coursework here at COD. So, and this week in the screencast video, I'm going to discuss the schedule of activities for the week. I'm going to go through assignment number 5. Also, take a look at the Google Drive folder if we can on that. And then also we'll take a look at the, just to mention a quiz reminder. In fact, you know what? I'm going to get to the quiz reminder right now. I just want to remind everybody about the chapter quizzes. Some people have been taking advantage of the online format and some of the time that's been afforded to us. So the idea here is make sure that you are completing the quiz videos as we run into the home stretch of the semester. I will start closing some of those quizzes down to prepare for final grading. So be sure to review those screencast. I'm not the screencast. I'm sorry. The quizzes, and make sure that you try to complete them as timely as possible. Since we're in the post-break era here, be aware of the time and the calendar as we move forward. So, viewing this screencast video is due for Monday sometime. You want to make sure that you have a clear understanding of what's happening this week. I will have the lecture video up in a day or two to talk about the assignment and visuals in Chapter 7 much closer and much more detailed. Also, we'll work through quiz 6 is due on Friday, and then Sunday, April 12th, assignment number 5 is due the end of today. So let's get to the assignment in the course units. I have not yet rotated chapter 12, unit number 5, down to the bottom of the course units page. I'll leave it up there for a little while longer, but look for that to move and be rotated down like all the other previous chapters and units. Okay, so chapter 5 is creating, chapter 5, assignment number 5, excuse me, is creating an infographic. So first, read exercise 1 on page 259 of your textbook, utilizing the information and data provided in the website. And exercise, construct an infographic illustrating the seasonal lawn maintenance tasks and services for homeowners to consider over the course of a year. So by utilizing the design and formatting of an infographic, a table might not be the best strategy to display your information. In fact, I would discourage you from using a table. Chapter 7 offers insights into the construction of an infographic. Be creative, but remember the purpose and audience of your communication. There are a wide variety of free programs, software available to you for the project. I will cover those briefly today, and I will cover them a little bit more and discuss in the lecture video. A well-designed and effective infographic can be worth up to 30 points. Okay, so if we were to look at exercise number 1, assume that you work for Planet, the Professional Land Care Network, a professional association for landscape designers and contractors. You've been asked to create a table for the organization's website. That gives you the website. So instead of creating a table, what we're going to work on is an infographic, right? That shows the seasonal lawn maintenance tasks landscape services or homeowners might perform over the period of 1 year. Use the following information to create your infographic instead of a table. So, they have the various categories here about mowing, dethatching, aerating, fertilizing, watering, applying weed killer. Okay, so all of those steps would probably provide enough of information for you to organize this. You can either do it chronologically over the course of the year, you can do it sequentially, however you think is best to organize your infographic. All right. So you might want to think about that. Not so much the table, right? We're doing an infographic, but what design or formatting differences would you suggest between web and print tables? I think you could pretty much disregard that, but the idea here is to create an infographic. And if you went to page 249, I believe, if I get my page number right, in the textbook, here is a nice section on infographics, right? Let's see, where's my infographic? Here we go. All right, so they have the Good Luck Truck here as the organization. You can see how they've, I should say, as an example, you have here, it's sectioned off in a variety of different ways. How you decide to include the information or organize it in your particular infographic is entirely up to you. But it gives you the idea of what an infographic should include. All right. Even creating a checklist for an infographic so you're sure that you want to grab a clear understanding of this. Now, also, it does give you the tools for creating infographics, such as sites like PictoChart, Info, and Creatively. All right. So here, even if I Googled infographic software, Vengage is one that many of my previous students have used along with PicMonkey. We see once again Vengage shows up, PictoChart shows up there in the search. So there are these software programs that you can use to create your infographic. So, like I said, I will go through this in more detail in the lecture video, but just to give you a heads up of where we're looking for, or what we're looking for in the infographic for this week. You can think about, you can be as creative as you want, color, images, and all you have to do is upload the link to your particular infographic and whatever medium or software you choose to use to build your infographic. All right. So that's just to get us started this week. If you, let's see, maybe you can get to the drive folder. Let me see if I can get to the drive folder here real quickly. I believe that in the drive folder, I have also created in your course folder. Yes, assignment number 5 is created here, so you want to make sure that you can upload a copy of yours into this particular folder. I will have later in the week the peer review report for assignment 5, the infographic. All right, so just taking a look at the drive folder here, once again the software, close that up. Here is your infographic information in the chapter, and I think that'll about do it for us on this edition of Screencast video. All right, so stay safe, and if you have any questions, please send me an email.